Welcome everyone to this GSA race 16-star playoff between Dwhatever and Cheese. My name is Scotch and Tie Guy. You can call me Scotch for short, and I have Shantastic here in the booth with me. Shantastic, how you feeling about this race today?
I am excited as heck. Yeah, I've gotten to see both these players play. We've gotten to commentate them before, but this is the first Cheese versus D showdown that um, I'm really getting to witness. So very excited for this crazy 16-star action. Hoping for some great games.
Well, this is the second of many 16-star playoff races. We saw Ouija and Rock Chalk yesterday. Ouija taking 3 for 3. Rock Chalk just having a little bit of struggling with a couple deaths, a little bit of just a couple mistakes here and there. So two big hitters though, Dwhatever and Cheese. This is certainly going to be a big race. Now, Shantastic, what do you think about them coming off of the 70-star race, and both of these guys are preparing for 120-star race between the two of them and Siglemic and Punke. What do you think? How are they going to play here?
Well, I guess honestly, I do believe like both of these players, they're long form players. 16 star, not really what they're usually known for. That said, they in the past few months they have been practicing pretty hard for the 16 star for their 16-star matches. So it definitely comes in the middle of a lot of things. So I'll put it this way: maybe we're in for some interesting games.
Well, it looks like we're going to go ahead and get started here. Going to get a little bit of a sync here. Cheese a little bit ahead with his start. Shouldn't be too big of a problem though.
Yeah, and both players running on the fastest version, the Japanese version. So we'll not be saving time over each other simply due to technology.
Cheese commenting in the chat that he is not feeling too great, and Dwhatever also saying that he might be a little bit rusty. Same kind of comments that we got from Ouija and Rock yesterday. Again, Ouija was working really hard on the Super Mario Sunshine races, and Rock working on 120 because he wanted to get back into it. So hopefully we don't see as many mistakes. Both these guys are known for being pretty on point.
Oh, do whatever.
Dwhatever, as I'm saying it, missing Lactus skip. That's gonna be a big hit there at the beginning. Definitely
Yes,
don't want to be
indeed.
seeing that.
GSA takes great pride in having race streamers who work behind the scenes and aren't really looking for that kind of attention. Unfortunately, not all the cameramen in Super Mario 64. Can we say the same for them? Lucky 2 going for a little bit of a spotlight there. But not going to lose too much time. There's a lot that can go wrong in a 16-star run, but she's definitely taking an early lead.
We wanted to see some Zaya cycles from both these guys.
Do whatever, taking a little stop there. Might have to go for Shig. We'll see how it goes. Ooh, very
Really
good.
nice elevator.
Great, yeah. Might still be able to do Zaya. Looks like he's just gonna go for Shig though.
Took a little bit of a pause there on that fourth coin.
Yeah, definitely better safe than sorry. This is a marathon. You don't want to be going for like your best strats if you don't feel like you can necessarily make.
As a reminder to the audience, the way that the playoffs work for 16-star is it's best 3 out of 5 per match. So during the season, it was 2 out of 3. We bumped it up to 5, a total of a possible 5 races per set. And then there will be 3 sets, just like with the 70-star. So there's a possibility of having 15 races total.
Oh my
Definitely a
goodness.
grind.
And yep, she's picking up that key. D whatever, not too far behind him, about 20 seconds or so. Or actually, no, like 12 seconds or so. I thought he hadn't even thrown the Bowser for some reason. But yeah, everything going pretty smoothly for both players, getting decent cycles between. No big mistakes going down aside from that early Locket 2 bounce. I guess I would call it extravaganza. Or Locket 2 skip extravaganza, rather.
That's fair. as we make our way into Womp's Fortress, one of the quicker courses. Definitely an area where precise movement is needed, especially with Owless and Cannonless. As we see Cheese going for his Cannonless, opting not for the texture setup, opting for that longer setup, a little bit more consistent.
Yeah, definitely a little easier for a lot of players to get. Yeah, certainly something you don't want to be risking. You don't want to be risking texture setup if you don't feel good about it. And yeah, both players, once again, getting right back into it. Let's see how this Owless goes. Clean from Cheese.
Very nice.
Big D can negotiate a nice clean Owless as well. Looks good and gets a little bounce into the...
Safely gets in there though, regardless of that bounce. Definitely don't want to be missing that. Having to go for Owless again is very costly. 7 to 10 seconds.
True. Missing Owless is a very, very costly error. If you miss Owless once, you might as well have just gone for the Owl at the end of top of the fortress. Of course, in 16 star, when you're doing LBLJ, that's not really an option, so...
I do want to correct myself from yesterday. I was rewatching myself commentate, and I realized that last star both those guys went for, I called it shooting in the breeze, and it didn't even realize that it's actually shooting to the wild blue. I don't know why I call it shooting in the breeze. I kind of like it, like that idea.
Shooting in the breeze. Well, I mean, the name is currently unoccupied, so we could always just call it shooting in the breeze.
I'll just redact it for myself.
Swing into the wild blue as well.
Okay, there you go. Oh, Cheese missing.
She's taking out a little anger on that Bob-omb. I do not blame him. That is the most annoying Bob-omb in the game. Dwhatever, meanwhile, picking up a clean Tama. Wow.
Dwhatever getting that really nice Tama plus there. Cheese missing it on the first go. That's going to be a little costly. Let's see if he can get it on a second go. Not going for Tama there. Just going for a normal plus. And he'll take a death! No.
And Dwhatever takes a decisive lead now. Cheese getting the worst place for a death possible. The only worst place for a pillarless death is the death zone in the pyramid, honestly.
It seems like Cheese has been having a lot of difficulty with these pluses lately. I don't know what the reasoning is, but it's... And then he takes another death! This is absolutely tragic.
Yeah, we're gonna need some Pepe hands in the chat because this is just... Ooh, this is rough.
Yeah, he's gonna go for it again. You gotta be thinking at this point, you know, Cheese, you're in the playoffs, you're not able to get this plus. And he's able to get... He's going around the pyramid there. Can he back it up? He's gonna take a burn! And he's gonna take a death. You know, at this point, do you back it up with a different star?
Yeah, that's a really good question. It's like, do you do the bully star? Do you do the elevator star? You're gonna do one of them. Why not just do both?
It looks like he's committed to this plus, though. Just throwing the bomb away, though. Just not seeming like he's put together at all.
Yeah, this is really, really rough. Just not the way you want to start out a race, but looks like he got a decent angle here. Finally picks up onto the pyramid. Is he going to get the clip? Yeah, he gets the clip nice and clean.
Much better angle there.
The damage is done. The pasta is on the floor, and quite frankly, that was a costly SSL. That's
a massive way to start this race. You know, about halfway through this race, and just all the spaghetti.
Yeah, spaghetti land strikes again.
Cheese has the cheese, and now he's got the spaghetti. Now we just need some sauce.
True. Sauce flies everywhere. It's gonna be hard to pick it up. No, I like the really rough part is that wasn't a 16-star unique strat. That was the only like really difficult strat that isn't unique to 16-star.
Well, and the thing is like I said, at some point you gotta kind of say, okay, you know, I gotta walk away from this. The playoff race, this is costing more time than it needs to. He went for that plus what 4 or 5 times,
Yeah.
and
The
he's missing the triple jump.
the problem is that at that level, every time you miss plus, you're very confident that you're going to make it the second time. This is pillarless. It's you know, a lot of runners. Cheese, arguably the best runner in the world, could do it in his sleep. But just some days you just don't have it, and it's really difficult to recognize those days, because in order to get to that level, sometimes you have to have the confidence of like the best player in the world.
Right.
So yeah, you see it in all sorts of games, and speedrunning it can have even more costly repercussions.
And Cheese will be about 2 to 3 stars behind as Dwhatever jumps into HMC.
Dwhatever misses a triple box jump.
That's
6 more of those, we could have a ball game.
and he'll get it on the second go. So not too costly, fortunately.
Yeah, that was actually a really cool backup. Usually when you miss box triple jump, it's usually better to just go for amazing emergency exit, just because cameras can be very, very important to that jump. But if you're good enough, you can figure it out a second attempt.
Dwhatever just running away with this lead, not really making any mistakes other than that first Lactu skip. Almost playing to perfection.
Yeah, it's pretty nutty how Dwhatever is playing right now. Just even the mistakes he's making, he's backing up perfectly.
He's been playing really well lately. I saw him. I was commentating when he was doing 70 star and got to talk to him, and he's been really consistent lately, doing really well, practicing everything, and super involved as well. He made that video that we got to see yesterday for preparation for the playoff races here and the final 4 for 70 star.
Yeah,
Along with
just
Super Mario Odyssey.
Dwhatever showing his absolute dominance in every section of the game, from running to tournament organizing to creating content to promotional content. Dwhatever just absolute command over Super Mario 64, even the administrative side of it.
We saw yesterday Luigi and Rockchalk both having problems with MIPS. Let's see if these two guys can get these MIPS clips. Dwhatever not having a problem with that first door. And
Obviously,
able to get through that second door.
Yeah, just very, very clean MIPS clip. That's like that's pretty much the last part of this run that can really, really give you problems. Obviously, you have like your early cycles in Fire Sea and you're moving triple jump wall kicks, but like, and every now and then you have like a really bad BLJ. But all of those things are fairly free. BLJ might take you a couple tries, but like, yeah, MIPS clip is the last thing that really tends to give runners trouble, and Dwhatever's navigated that beautifully.
Dwhatever going for that front sub.
Oh, right side.
Very nice. Front right sub. Saves a ton of time over back and left front sub.
Just gorgeous strats from Dwhatever. Actually going for some of the faster strats.
Let's see how he manages this and negotiates Fire Sea here.
Slightly late. Oh no, he gets it. Yep, he gets that pole clip.
Just blazing through this Fire Sea.
Yep, he's gonna get a he gets a long jump wall kick. Fastest possible cycle.
Interesting, opting for that triple jump there. And he'll go for a double burn.
Cheese, meanwhile, getting a clean MIPS clip, but unfortunately saving no time over his opponent, who did just as well. And Big D picking up the Bowser for the swing, and nothing really goes wrong.
Pretty free.
Cheese She's doing what he does best and swimming optimally. Wouldn't be surprised if he saves like half a second or a second just in dire docks, because his swimming and flying are two extremely strong traits of his that even the best players in the world sometimes can't keep up with. He does a clean right side, definitely saving time over D. Did not spend as much time setting up as Dwhatever did.
Just a really nice front right sub. That's what you want to see. Just really clean movement. No real big pauses at all. And again, like you're saying, just really nice movement throughout as he goes through Fire Sea here. And Dwhatever making his way upstairs, going to take on his BLJs to get it up to bits.
Yeah, and he's going to need some serious indigestion from Dwhatever on these BLJs. Looks like he got one. Dwhatever going for a second try. Is he going to be able to? Doesn't quite make it line up.
Having a little bit of difficulty here with these BLJs.
Oh, there it is. Oh, but he hooks into...
Third go.
Not even a huge problems. Endless staircase BLJs are a lot easier because you don't have to like retry them and retake them. I stand corrected. If you do stop jumping, you have to start jumping again.
This doesn't seem to be. There we go. He gets it there. Nope, isn't able to get through the barrier.
Oh my god, gets invis-walled. There's basically like an invis corner on the right side up one of the stairs, and if you hit that, it's just gonna break your jump. It can be very annoying.
Able to get through it, not as optimally as you would hope, but able to get it regardless.
Indeed, but this race is not quite Bowser throw proof anymore. Oh my goodness!
Whatever. Cheese with an opportunity here. If he can get BLJs done and make his way up and hope for Dwhatever to make another mistake, there's a possibility.
There is indeed the possibility. Cheese just needs some clean BLJs. Can he get them? Dwhatever speeding into the ramp and then just stopping flat in his tracks. I was gonna say it was a beautiful speed kick. There's nothing stopping him, but apparently very steep slopes are his kryptonite.
While we were talking, I did want to mention Cheese's Fire Sea was really, really nice. Cheese, though, as I'm saying this, having difficulty with that first BLJ staircase.
Yeah, and Dwhatever gets a very, very clean, safe setup triple jump walk. And looks like he's going to be going into Bowser throw a little bit sooner than Cheese would have liked. We're looking at about 4 or 5 misses before Cheese really has a chance, if he has a clean bit. There's... oh no. He did get the bounce. It was a slightly weaker throw. If he had thrown it a little harder, it might have missed. But that's 2.
Looking for that third throw to finish this out.
And looks like it's a miss.
Nothing too critical just yet. Nothing to worry about right now.
She's just doing moving right. Gets it.
And it looks... and Dwhatever misses the second throw.
Still not in too much trouble though. And there it is.
There, he'll get the third. On the third try, he'll get the third throw. And he will take race 1 of a possible 5. He needs to clinch races 2 and 3 to be able to take the match. Very interesting race from both these guys. Again, as they were saying at the beginning of the race, coming in a little bit cold. Cheese with the massive mistakes there in SSL. And Dwhatever and Cheese both taking deaths.
Indeed, highly unfortunate. But looks like Dwhatever did manage to come away clean. Mario. Looks like Cheese is actually going to tie my PB. Indeed. Gets the 1740. Yeah, Cheese definitely played very well aside from that pillarless bonanza. I originally called it an extravaganza, but I've since downgraded it to a bonanza.
commentator bringing down the level of the event.
Yeah, I decided I was like right here, and I needed me like right here. So,
Okay, gotcha.
yeah.
I can visually see that. As we get into race number 2, I'll take a moment. We'll talk about pace. Pace coming up here 1 week. 1 week we'll have pace. A bunch of stuff going on. One of the big events is the 120-star race between Siglemic, Cheese, Punkate, and Dwhatever. A lot of showcases. Ouija, for instance, will be showing off Super Mario Sunshine. We'll see have some Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. A little bit of Time Splitters. We have a whole list of events. If you check out our if you check out the schedule and type in chat exclamation point pace, exclamation point playoffs, or exclamation point merch. Get your merch. We've got some pace and GSA merch. Very exciting stuff. And if you're not able to go, it's going to be live on our channel.
Too exciting. Cheese, wow, actually misses the long jump. Dwhatever goes out the door. It's a bit of a race to the bottom here at this LBLJ.
Another really interesting start.
Cheese finally got in. Actually, Cheese only losing about 10 seconds.
She's taking a burn there. Able to mitigate it, though. Nothing too bad. He'll slow down his cycle just a bit.
But getting the backup super clean. Looks like this is still Shay.
Dwhatever, not able to manage that elevator, having to back it up, taking a bonk.
Yes, indeed. And it looks like Dwhatever is just gonna go for normal cycle here. Yeah, it looks like Cheese did get the Shigeru cycle. Even with that early booty burn. Double firsties from D.
Really nice backup there from Dwhatever. A couple small mistakes through Dark World, and obviously having difficulty with those LBLJs, but able to clean it up very nicely.
Just absolutely clean movement from both players. Just early mistakes kind of messing with them. And we're going to be going back into Whompy's Fortress.
Again, one of the easier courses, or faster courses, I should say. A lot of movement that needs to be very precise. Let's see if they go again for that more consistent setup with cannonless, or if they opt for texture. And Cheese again going for that more consistent setup.
Yes, indeed. Whomp's Fortress, one of those levels that I think you really dread doing during a run. I mean, you don't really dread it because it's at the start of the run, but it's responsible for a lot of resets. But oh no, D actually
Missing that grab there.
Gets a little wall kick. Gonna be swinging in the wild blue here, which actually is a more apt title because you're not actually shooting into anything.
Able to get that back up pretty nicely. Good movement considering missing that initial star grab with the cannonless. We'll go for cannonless again. We'll see this texture setup, see if he's able to get it. Didn't look happy with that texture setup. He'll lose a couple seconds there, but he'll get the star. Rather get the star and lose a couple seconds than miss the star completely and lose way more time.
Indeed, and she's going here into the basement, and let's see if this pillarless goes a little bit better for him. He did mention that he was kind of done with pillarless. We're gonna see if he meant that literally. He does have backup options that don't lose too much time.
Dwhatever missing his Owlus, having to go for it a second time. Able to get it on the second go, but again, losing a couple seconds here. Dwhatever looking a little out of sorts. Maybe a little bit of positive tilt affecting him.
Indeed. Gets the double jump already. The thing that was killing him did not kill him this time.
That'll be a positive for him.
That's going to be a big motivator.
Able to get past that on the first go. He'll not have to worry about that, and he can move on through the rest of this race, knowing that he was able to get that. That was the only real issue that he had last race, was that pillarless. Oh, missing the Shy Guy. Shy Guy not in an optimal location.
Very nice. Slide kick back up.
Going for talent on the other side. Gonna have to take a wee bit away. Interesting choice of backup from Cheese.
Yeah, if you spend too long on the sand, it's actually worth it to just go for the Talon backup, even if you're going for a little. Even if you're waiting for a little bit of time. It's kind of, I don't know what you would call it. It's like the opposite of a sunk cost fallacy, where you've invested so much time in there, you'd have to invest more to redo Talon. So just kind of eat the cost and put a little more time in there and just pick up the longer star. And then she's picking up the balcony star super fast.
Chat asking why the Fly Guy was there and not in that farther location, as we see here with Dwhatever. Partially RNG, partially movement by Mario, maybe?
I like the theory that there was a new patch yesterday, and it looks like they just forgot to release the patch notes. We know how finicky Nintendo can be about communicating with their users.
Oh, certainly.
Yeah, I just wish they'd fix some of the input issues in Tetris 99, but it looks like they're a little more concerned with Super Mario 64, so definitely don't blame them. This is a great game.
Sending out those updates to optimize the game, make it a little more interesting. Nintendo Reggie leaving, maybe Bowser messing with the game.
Yeah, indeed. Bowser did actually take one of those courses on Udemy on game design and game development, so he is able to actually mess with the wiring of the game.
As we see these guys make their way through Lethal Lava Land.
Commentators fishing for sponsors, like really, really hard.
Find sponsors, find me on Twitch. Just kidding. Both these guys able to, Cheese able to take care of the bully, and Dwhatever taking care of that triple jump very easily.
Both players having a very clean Lethal Lava Land. And near sync, but not quite. Rip the dream.
A little bit of a fake sync here as they both move into Volcano, both going for that elevator. Cheese taking a dive. Able to back it up though.
Needs to be careful not to get hit by the lava. And is careful not to get hit by the lava. But winds up a little bit behind Dwhatever after taking that extra pop.
Cheese. This go around, Cheese making his way into HMC before Dwhatever. As Dwhatever takes care of the big bully. He will follow Cheese into HMC. Cheese with a very nice triple jump.
Yep. Clean box triple jump. Rest of HMC should be fairly seamless. But I guess we'll see. Dwhatever getting a cute little clip on the banister to bump himself into HMC a little bit faster.
For those of you who are joining us, in case you were wondering how the playoffs matches were working, or if you were confused, the way it works is that players will play a possible 3 matches, best 2 out of 3 matches, and each match will have a possibility of 5 races, best 3 out of 5. So far, we've got Dwhatever up 1 over Cheese. But if Cheese continues on this pace, we'll definitely see 4 races.
Speaking of pace, beep. Oh wait, you already did that. Never mind.
We can do it again if you want to do it this time.
Speaking of pace, be prepared for the world's first competitive speedrunning event happening April 25th to 28th. That is right next weekend.
Lots of stuff going on there. Again, another fake sync.
Ooh, fake sync coming in.
Really nice fake sync.
What a beautiful fake sync. Wow, it's like a tour in a model home, because just a lot of gorgeous fake syncs.
I've had that happen before. Go into a model apartment. Oh, it looks great. Go into the real apartment, not so great. Fake syncs all around.
And CLG's Cheese getting a clean first MIPS clip. Let's see how the second one goes. Oh, gorgeous. A little bit of adjustment, but managed to get the fast movement.
This is the type of Dwhatever taking the bonk there, having difficulty with that movement. Hopefully, and missing MIPS. I knew as soon as he had that bonk, I knew that he was gonna have trouble getting that MIPS grab just not lined up. You know, missing that movement. You know, you have that muscle memory of where you're going, and as soon as you mess up one place, it's gonna take effect somewhere else. Dwhatever have triple with that MIPS.
Yeah, puts MIPS down a little bit too far to the right. Gonna have to retake it. Yeah, getting that bonk shuts down your punch grab, and a lot of these players are used to getting punch grab, so that can really mess with your timings. Dive grab's not quite so acclimated for these players.
Cheese, while we were talking, Cheese going for that left front sub. I didn't see whether or not he missed the right front sub. But please, Poppy, thank you so much for the subscription. Really appreciate it.
True. Wonderful sub hype. Thank you very much. Looks like Cheese trying to go for the later end of the cycle. Oh no, still gets the long jump. Actually, gorgeous. Looked a little bit Monka-esque. A little bit sweaty.
A little bit taking an early burn there.
Yeah, I had to do the side flip onto the ramp, but actually made the long jump cycle. Beautiful.
Interesting movement from Cheese, but still pretty quick.
Truth. Dwhatever finally entering Fire Sea. Just very slowly hemorrhaging time to Cheese. Very unfortunate.
Cheese just barely able to get that Bowser throw. And Dwhatever missing that pole glitch.
Yeah. Tries to go for a double jump pole clip. Does not quite work. Going to have to go for normal cycle. Oh my goodness.
Just the wheels seem to be coming off. Maybe he needs to take a moment, call AAA, fix these tires.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but fortunately on the normal cycle, all of the mistakes you make once you miss the early cycle, you can make about like 4 or 5 seconds of mistakes and you won't lose time. Interesting.
Took a burn there, having to take that 70-star route, sans red coins.
True.
And
yeah.
Dwhatever taking on Fire Sea Bowser as Cheese does his BLJs, having difficulty with that first staircase. This first staircase giving both these guys a bit of trouble.
Indeed. She's finally getting that clip in. Very clean for this third try. But yeah, I definitely agree for both these players. Trying to call in AAA at mile marker 16, gonna take too long. Race will be long. So they're just trying to make their way through it, see what they can do. Cheese is still on 16 pace. Or he might barely be off 16 pace, but I guess we'll see. Oh no, he's still on.
Yeah, he'll
16 pace.
he'll get a mid if he
Yeah,
gets
I
all
mathed
3
wrong.
throws. Yeah, he'll get a mid to. Oh, if he takes a bonk. Early dive there, not a whole lot of speed there. Going for that right side, able to get it on the first go. We'll get it on the second go. That was one of the movements that Cheese had been working on prior to the 70-star playoffs. Was that right side?
Yeah, moving right has really helped him.
Dwhatever having difficulty as well.
This one should be fine. Yep, does get the 3rd jump clip.
Cheese goes for his bouts with throws.
Gets a 1.5 spin. Very clean. And another one. Another one. And looks like he is good to go. Gets the little bounce to hit the hitbox. I'm going to be getting a low 16. That is an Usher low 16. And Dwhatever entering here into Bowser in the Sky. And we have ourselves a ball game because it is tied at 1-1 here in the first set of the series.
Interesting 2 races. Dwhatever taking that first one, and Cheese taking the second run. And we will definitely go to 4 races at least. Dwhatever can take one of the next 2 races. We'll see a full 5.
This is true. We have quite a series on our hands. Nothing beats a long grind of a match series.
Just need that endurance and that consistency throughout all these races to be able to take the match. Cheese showing his perfection in this second race, getting close to a 15, besides a couple small mistakes. Dwhatever, though, showing some rust, some wear.
It's me, Mario.
Needing to clean things up.
Indeed. So we have at least 2 more games to go here in this first best of 5. Looks like we're going to be getting right into it. A little bit of a sync issue. Always going to happen when you have 2 players operating on various different thingamabobbers. So just a reminder, this is the first set. It is a best of 3 sets. We will only be doing the 1 set today, and we're going to have some more exciting action later on.
We are currently deep in the heart of the playoffs for just about every. We got Super Mario Odyssey playoffs going on. We just finished up the first round of 70-star playoffs for 70-star. What else do we've got as far as playoff races goes? Mario Kart Double Dash later today as well, 4 o'clock.
True. Mods coming through clutch in the chat. We've got Celeste coming in, Super Mario Odyssey.
Lots of stuff going on here. As Cheese not staying inside that little clip area on that wall for that LBLJ. Kind of a weird glitch, but not able to get through. There we go. Is able to get through the Dark World door there.
There we go.
With some difficulty. Dwhatever here with the lead, though.
Yeah, just a lot of really bumpy LBLJs coming out for these players. Usually you want to be entering into Dark World between 120 and 128-ish. Beyond that, you've clearly had something go wrong.
Dwhatever having a little bit of a hiccup. Missing Zaya Cycle.
Yeah, and looks like Cheese's cycle going pretty well. I believe this is a nice clean shake. Ooh, does take a
Taking
little
a
bit
grab.
of a delay. Takes a grab there.
Very interesting Dark Worlds from both these guys through these 3 races. Dwhatever able to take care of Bowser.
And Dwhatever having a clean first split, going to be getting about a 251 on Bowser in the Dark World.
Really nice.
Just beautiful. Oh, 250 actually. This is actually run worthy. This is the kind of run this is the kind of Bowser a world record run would not reset. So Dwhatever on fantastic pace here. Actually, I can't speak for Aki, but Dwhatever opening that door, reading the text box, and Counter Logic's Cheese doing the same. In swift pursuit of the Cannonless Star is Dwhatever. Commentator.
Taking that more consistent setup again.
Speaking in this cadence for the rest of this level. Just kidding. She's not going for more consistent sock folder setup as well.
Sock folder setup, a setup being used by just about everyone in this 16-star race. Not seeing a whole lot of texture setup. We haven't seen it. We've only seen texture setup once so far, and it didn't even work.
Yeah, that's rough.
Interesting to see that these guys are having difficulty with that texture setup. Not really something that we saw too much in the 70-star races.
True that, true that. Generally, when the form is longer, you tend to go for safer strats, just because there's less there's less benefit to saving small amounts of time in a longer form run, and the mistakes can really add up. So you'll probably usually see texture setup used more in things like 16-star, current company excluded, and you'll see Tamaples especially used more in 16-star and less in 70-star, where you have to do it twice in a row, or where a lot of players choose to do it twice in a row. So, yep. Lead not too big.
Well, we'll see what the lead looks like here as Dwhatever makes his way into SSL at 5:09. Still on a very nice pace. Throwing away the bomb though. Didn't seem like he was happy with that. Maybe not as big of a bomb as he was hoping for. Cheese, about 16 seconds behind, going into SSL at 5:25.
Yeah, looks like Cheese gets the double jump. Okay, that's the really scary part for Cheese here. And Dwhatever getting Tama. Dwhatever just on top right now.
Missing, so he made a little bit of a mistake there, a little hiccup. Maybe not happy with that first bomb grab. Maybe a medium bob, just throwing it away. Able to back it up though, and then able to get Tamaples on the second go. But yielding a little bit of time to Cheese.
Yeah, yielding a little time, saving a little back. So far having a decent SSL, but Cheese not really dropping anything. So both players doing what they need to do. Just obviously Dwhatever needs Cheese to mess up a little bit, and it's just not happening at this moment. Cheese having a very clean SSL, picking up that balcony star.
Balcony star pretty free. Dwhatever making his way over to these red coins. Lethal Lava Land. Nicknamed Lethal for its potential to knock you out of the course.
That's quite apt. I always went with Zaya's land.
She's taking a burn there, as I'm saying. And taking another burn. Can't take a third. Committed to this triple jump. Able to get it, fortunately, on that third go. And Dwhatever, both these guys taking multiple burns.
True.
Showing why this has the nickname of Land.
Indeed. That does explain droves about this level. No, because it's the amount of time you spend on kind of burning your butt in the lava. All you're saying to yourself is like land, because you really need some goldarn land. Dwhatever getting a clean elevator boost and gonna be picking up that store.
Dwhatever with a nice lead. Cheese and Dwhatever making a couple mistakes here in this course, allowing Dwhatever to keep this lead.
The Cheese got a ledge grab on those long jumps, and that's one of the scariest things you can get. He got it on the platform, which is like totally safe. But if you get a ledge grab on one of those steps, that's an almost guaranteed death. Because the animation is gonna cause you to fall down into the lava with the platform that you're grabbing onto. And that's always fun.
And then, of course, the platform respawns, so you get caught underneath. Cheese will get that last star in Triple L and Dwhatever in HMC with that triple box jump. Not having any difficulty with it this time.
Indeed, and Dwhatever has managed to take himself a nice and healthy. Nice clean box triple jump. Now Cheese doing what he needs to do.
Really interesting race so far. This third race just, I'm kind of having difficulty with what to say just because it's really, I'm just fascinated at this play and just how clean these guys are able to play regardless of the other mistakes that they've had.
Indeed. Oh, Cheese actually getting the long jump.
As I'm saying that,
You get a little dust. It's gonna be a little tough.
fortunately not flying all the way past that platform, only wasting maybe a second there.
Yeah, that can be a death. That can be a guaranteed death if you bonk against the wall. So certainly not as disastrous as it could have been. Dwhatever very carefully avoiding the boink there. Even goes for the dive.
Dwhatever having a little bit of difficulty with this first clip. Able to get it on that second try. And able to get that second clip very easily. Cheese following close behind.
Yeah,
Cheese
and
slowly but surely making up time here as we make our way to DDD.
indeed, Cheese having very clean clips. Clean clips, clean mips. Oh, as I say that, unfortunate.
A little bit of commentator's curse flying around between the both of us in the booth.
One hop, two hop, three hop, gets it.
Able to get that front right sub. And we'll see for Cheese to get that front right sub as well.
Yeah, Cheese did go for front right sub in the previous races. I presume he'll go for it this time. Dwhatever getting a clean pole clip. Just not giving Cheese any chance to catch up. And Cheese doing everything he needs to. Oh, Dwhatever actually dove instead of slide kicking. That is absolutely huge. That is an extra 0.6 seconds that Cheese can save on his opponent here.
Dwhatever just giving a couple seconds here and there.
Does
and
get the doubles.
Cheese doing everything he can to make up that time, and slowly but surely just creeping up on Dwhatever.
Slightly faster movement here on the second level.
This may come down to bits throws. If both these guys can have clean movement. And as I'm saying, that Cheese taking a burn.
Cheese gets a little trolled by his camera. That is so rough.
I noticed that Cheese had a little using a different kind of camera angle than I see most of the time with that movement across the side there on that side ledge.
Yeah, I think you're supposed to. That's why Mario Cam is kind of important there, because you can't really rely on a super clean Lakitu camera. But it is what it is. Cheese not losing too much time, but really needs every second he can get. Speaking of every second he can get, if Dwhatever can flub some BLJs here, Cheese has a real chance at this.
Again, it didn't waste too much time, fortunately, but Dwhatever.
Ooh, gets the corner clip without much speed. So you're gonna lose a little time there.
Not having to restart those BLJs for that first staircase, though, so not wasting too much time.
He's one of the only runners I see who doesn't use Mario Cam for that first BLJ, and it does seem to get in his way sometimes. But clearly not enough here. He's gonna enter bits nice and quick. Actually, it looks like Cheese doesn't use Mario Cam either, but manages to center up his camera all the same. Very, very cool camera work.
She's having a little bit of difficulty there with the BLJs up into bits, getting a little bit of an invis wall, not getting that optimal.
Not getting super optimal. Did save time over D, who takes a fall!
Dwhatever, big fall.
A big fall, and suddenly this is a ball game.
This is now definitely coming down to throws, as long as these guys can have clean movement to the arena.
D only 6 or 7 seconds ahead of his opponent. D gets moving right.
And Cheese taking a dive! He had that exact same mistake in the last race, diving just a little too early.
Oh,
and missing right side, the critical right side that he was having so much difficulty with, falling, and Dwhatever able to make it into the arena with Bowser. All he needs is 3 throws, and he'll take the 3rd race.
And one of the worst things about moving right over moving left is that if you miss moving right, you're gonna fall all the way to the bottom platform. Missing moving left, actually,
Dwhatever misses the second throw.
Dwhatever misses a throw. But yeah, that's one of the reasons that moving right is so much more dangerous, is that you lose even more time if you fall. Oh no!
Jeez! Just absolutely tragic from Cheese, just turning off the console and the timer altogether. Not what you want to see at all, and just restarting the console. Forfeiting the 3rd race to Dwhatever. Unprecedented in a playoff race with Cheese. Both these guys in chat absolutely frustrated with the game. Super Mario 64 wreaking havoc as Dwhatever takes race number 3. It is now 2-1.
It's me,
and we will for sure see 5 races.
Oh man. I have the same feeling in my stomach right now.
I felt
of,
that like in my gut. Like
Yeah, it's like I have the same feeling as if I was like I walked into an MMA fight and then like just randomly one of the fighters just transformed into a 5-year-old for like 3 seconds and then just absolute carnage occurred. That's kind of what I feel like right now. That is absolutely heartbreaking, just awful. It's the last thing you want to be happening to you in the middle of a series. It's one thing to have like a bad first game, like a warm up game, especially for a category that you haven't practiced much. But oh god, like
that was
in game
difficult to
3, that's
watch.
just so rough.
Yeah, and I misquoted. There's a if Cheese can win this next race, then we'll see 5. We'll for sure see 4. If Dwhatever takes this next race, he takes the match. But if Cheese can make this up, we'll see 5 for sure. A little bit of confusion right now. We're gonna take a second for the confusion to be cleared up, and we'll talk about pace. Pace in 7 days, in a week, 25th through the 28th. A lot going on. We got the 70-star playoff races going on. We've got Super Mario Odyssey. We'll see Celeste. A lot of panels, a lot of exhibitions. We'll see the exhibition from Ouija, Super Mario Sunshine. We'll see the 120-star race between Punke, Siglemic, Cheese, and Dwhatever. Just a lot going on. Make sure to check out the merch that we have out now. Make sure to check out tickets if you can go. If you can't go, all of this will be streamed on Twitch. But make sure to go check out the merch. Merch looking really clean.
All right, looks like we're getting into the game. Hopefully better luck, better tidings, and just better vibes. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm a little because that's the worst place. All of my empathy as a runner is like fueled into just being so devastated from that last race. But hey, new set, new game, new match. But actually the same set, and the same match. But it's a new game. So we're gonna see what goes on here.
Cheese is going to need to have some mental fortitude here, as
Oh.
Dwhatever not able to get that LBLJ take that weird angle, and getting into that area that doesn't allow you to be catapulted into Dark World, as Cheese starts blazing through with a huge opportunity.
Yeah. Dwhatever now the one to lose about 25 seconds going here. Maybe about 20 realistically, and Cheese setting up for a nice old.
Really nice cycle from Cheese.
Ooh,
Dwhatever with a really nice elevator movement.
Yeah.
That is a tough movement, but taking an amp, that elevator
Yeah.
there, if you're not able to get that early cycle, taking that that tougher angle there, it's you not really a whole lot of space to make that.
Dwhatever though gets a nice half normal cycle, a little bit faster than normal cycle, I think, but certainly takes a little bit of damage to his time from that. I like to call him the shock jockey. That's just what I call the amp.
Cheese on that pace that Dwhatever was on the last race. He got a 250 there, and Dwhatever not able to get that first throw, but he will be able to back it up without even tossing Bowser away.
And she's going to be entering into Whomp's Fortress.
And Dwhatever looking about 28 seconds, excuse me, 28 seconds behind.
Yeah.
Cheese. Doing a little bit of a what was that? A little dance move there.
Snazzy.
Showing off his street style dance moves.
Doing his impression of Top Cat. Now there's a throwback if anyone remembers Top Cat.
Cheese getting his Owless pretty free.
Indeed, and we have another almost fake sync going on, but sadly Dwhatever going to be doing Candleless first. Dwhatever really not doing his part for the fake syncs, just his dedication, quite frankly, to the content is a little lacking here in Womp's Fortress. Not quite at the standard of what it has been, but we won't fault him for it too much.
Dwhatever must have not gotten the script
True.
to get that fake sync in this fourth run.
Yeah, just a little bit of a diva complex. Seems to be going for a little ad-libbing, not quite following his lines, his choreography. But as long as the content's good.
Gonna need to get him into the commentator's booth to understand where he stands with his contract. Cheese moving his way downstairs, going for SSL. Able to adjust his pluses, his pillarlesses. See if he has any trouble with them on this fourth go.
Indeed. And commentator kind of holding his breath. Alright, decent bomb.
Nice big bomb.
Good. And gets the double jump. Everything goes nice and clean.
Really nice pillarless. Again, a nice confidence boost there for Cheese. As he is a full star ahead of Dwhatever, who himself is going to do his pillarless. We saw him do Tama the other times. He'll do Tama again. Cheese having a little bit of difficulty there with talent again.
Gonna be doing the same backup. Ooh, that was a weird angle. Managed to, I guess I'd call that DI. But do a little bit of directional intervention.
Seeing a couple of the same mistakes here in round number 4. But Dwhatever having the same problem.
And Dwhatever not quite so versed in this backup. Gonna go for a slightly less efficient one. Just opts for balcony star.
Small mistakes here and there once again. Maybe nerves. Maybe coming into this cold. Not really sure.
Indeed. Well, in about 20 seconds, he's going to be anything less than cold. Because it is lethal lava land. Already bopping Cheese with that missed triple jump wall kick. When you get the second attempt, yes, nice and clean.
Commentator noting that Cheese has messed that up every single race. Not really having, maybe not setting that up correctly, maybe not taking that third triple jump where he's supposed to. Not really sure. Maybe he's just out of practice with that star.
That is one of 2 16-star unique strats, as far as I can tell. It's aside from endless staircase BLJ, which is kind of a joke, but yeah, I think it's triple jump wall kick and MIPS clip are like the 2 16-star unique strats that you can really mess up. So
Dwhatever also having to reset up that triple jump, able to get it on the first go at the triple jump though, just having to reset it. Not happy with where he was at.
But
Jeez. Not having a single problem with that. Bully
better than
not,
Booty Burn.
not taking the lead grab.
So Dwhatever gonna go for the elevator boost. Nice and clean triple jump. There's no part of the star that's like totally free, but there's also no part that's like super duper hard. So just kind of make sure, see how everything goes. She's getting a very, very frame precise triple jump. Highly impressive, but the players are fine.
She's making his way out of Lethal Lava Land, making his way into HMC, whatever, taking just before taking on that big bully.
Indeed.
Going for this triple jump off the box. Able to get it.
So I'm getting some questions from the chat asking what exactly, what paces. They're hearing a lot about pace. I don't think we mentioned it here yet, so I'm just gonna go ahead and give a little plug. So pace is the world's first ever competitive speedrunning event dedicated mainly to races and marathons. So basically, we're gonna get a lot of games like SMO, like Super Mario Odyssey, Celeste, Mario Kart Double Dash, I think, and Super Mario 64. And we're going to be racing those games. You're going to see the playoffs for a bunch of these leagues in there. You're going to see 70-star playoffs. A lot of really cool content, and it's happening next weekend, April 25th to 28th. Just in case anyone was behind.
If you are in chat and you type in !pace, you'll find a link that'll take you to the website for the event. It will have a Google Sheets document. And on the site that will give you all the events that are going on. Again, we've got a bunch of exhibitions, Celeste finals, Super Mario Odyssey finals, 70-star SM64 finals. We're going to see 120 race between Siglemix, Cheese, Punkay, and Dwhatever. That's probably the big exhibition that we'll be seeing. Super Mario Sunshine from Ouija, and a little bit of SpongeBob. Battle for Bikini Bottom, a lot of Legend of Zelda. What else? We've got Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. I mean, we've got a little bit of everything. You should be able to find something to find your niche. And all of it will be streamed on Twitch. So even if you're not able to make it to Xanadu, where the event's going on, you can watch it here. I certainly will be. And then also check out the merch. We got Pace and GSA merch. Really nice merch, actually. I really like the shirts and the hoodies especially. They're really clean.
Just a little update also from Multi-Gamer God, Ouija in the chat, formerly known as Ouija14. He is letting us know that actually he is doing a race with JJ.
Oh, okay.
Going to be
that was my mistake.
Double the excitement.
Very nice. Cheese!
And Cheese missing his first front sub.
Having to go for that left front sub. Having to eat a bunch of lag there.
That is the ultimate feels bad, man. Cheese still holding on to his lead, though, by the skin of his teeth. Does have the required 16 stars.
Dwhatever, able to get that right front sub. Catching up and making up a little bit of time on Cheese, who is able to get that pole glitch. Making this cycle. Ooh, Dwhatever, not able to get that pole glitch there. Having to take a burn. Not going to make that.
This is the worst race for that to happen.
May not be able to make that cycle. Take a slide. It takes a slide, and yep, it looks like he's going to miss this cycle and have to wait for this ladder to crawl back up. Cheese taking on Bowser, and Dwhatever taking a burn. Able to back it up. Not losing too much time, but just, again, succeeding some time to Cheese.
Indeed.
As he grabs this key and makes his way upstairs.
Yeah, it's just, this is like, Dwhatever has had a clean fire scene every single race that he was winning by like a considerable margin. And for him to be like barely behind and then have kind of a, what's funny, it wasn't even that bad a fire scene, but it was like a disaster by like the standards he set for this race. And for him to have that in the one race where he needed to make up a bunch of time, that just feels really bad.
She's getting a really nice first BLJ up through that 50-star door. Let's see how he can do with this 70-star BLJ.
And she's getting a bit of an endless staircase, endless jump. There you go, he connects it. Loses a little bit of time, Dwhatever having a... Uh-oh. Oh no, doesn't quite get the text box clip.
Gets a weird angle there. Having to have a conversation with the door. Not able to get through it.
Gonna have to have words with that door, but it looks like the door no longer the problem. And she's widening the gap a little bit. At this point, Dwhatever is losing time on BLJs to his opponent and gets a moving right side to boot. Does Cheese.
Cheese, really nice bits.
Yeah, just a clean bit. Dwhatever finally getting to the endless staircase.
Unfortunately, Cheese at the very end of his bits taking a bonk on that pipe, able to get in there. Kind of an anticlimactic way to end that bit.
Theoretically speaking, with one spin throws, Cheese could have gotten a 15, but definitely not going to be risking that here for a race.
Dwhatever just struggling with these BLJs. Cheese getting 3 out of 3 throws. Will take race number 4. We will be seeing 5 races.
We will be seeing the distance being gone from both players. That figure of speech doesn't quite work when you use it in the passive sense, but we'll be seeing these players go the distance in this set.
Everyone watching, you are seeing everything that you could possibly see out of this first match. Everything coming down to this final race. Both of these guys, a little bit of inconsistency here and there. When they aren't inconsistent, though, they take the win. Cheese finding a way to extend this match to all the way to 5. Such a frustrating third race for Cheese especially. Going to see how these guys play this 5th race. Lots of excitement in the chat. Really nice to see. Very exciting playoff race between these two guys. Both playing generally well. Other than mistakes here and there, a couple deaths. We're able to see a little bit of everything here.
Indeed. Yeah, I just want to give a quick shout out. Obviously, our restreamer, we love to give our restreamers a lot of love, but not as much love goes to our writers. And quite frankly, our writers are the ones, the pre-production crew. They kind of between seasons just like really put in their blood, sweat, and tears to developing a good script for you guys. And quite frankly, I am enjoying this season of 16-Star League more than a lot of the television I see out there. So I just like to give a quick shout out to our writers. Unfortunately, they're anonymous. But yeah, if you're enjoying these races, those are the ones to thank. And yeah, just a quick shout out to them as we go into Game 5.
writers probably looking at a sizable raise after, especially this match. Whoever specifically wrote this script likely getting a promotion.
Yeah, indeed, definitely some very talented people. Unfortunately, got a little laid off when Game of Thrones decided to invest a little more into CGI. So we kind of poached them, took them up, took advantage of the fact that they were looking for work, and quite frankly, it's paid off because some great character development going down right here. A beautiful little comeback arc from Cheese. We'll see where it goes.
Both guys taking a short little break here as we're getting started now with this 5th and final race. No turning back now. This is it. This is for the marbles of the first match. And the ability to walk into match number 2 with a lead.
Indeed, but we are dead tied here in the series. Oh my goodness. Yeah, commentator voice is a little bit shaken up, but my mind is excited and stimulated and just very, very, very happy.
Anticipation building.
True.
Absolutely tearing at everyone's heart and soul. Wanting to see more of this action. Just hoping to see something great out of this 5th race as we take control of Mario. And we're off.
Whatever, going for the riskier, faster. Locket 2 bounce going to be saving a little time over Cheese. Oh my goodness, has a 0.6 second lead. He is going to be entering into those LBLJs a little sooner. We do know that Cheese's mashing is a little faster. Goes up into the balcony. Starts farming mashes. Does actually save time over Cheese, but doesn't manage to get it. Oh my goodness.
Missing that LBLJ, having to reattempt it in Cheese, making his way into Dark.
She's getting a nice clean entry of about 121, 122 into Dark World. And Dwhatever going to be retaking these throws. He makes the jump in. Oh no, he misses the Z press. Gonna be going again. Doesn't quite clip out, so that's pretty good news for him. But doesn't get the clip again. Same mistake going down. Cheese, meanwhile, having a very, very clean Dark World over here. Gets one red coin, gets the other red coin, gets another long jump. Gets onto the island, picks up the other red coin, and is going to be going for a very, very fast cycle here.
Dwhatever, on the other hand, just not having an answer to this LBLJ, having so much difficulty with it as Cheese takes care of all red coins pretty much, while Dwhatever is still attempting his LBLJs. And
Yeah,
Cheese almost taking a fall there with the weird angle, and Dwhatever just this is difficult to watch in this 5th race. This is not what you want to see in a 5th race.
She's playing on the 1.4 version of the game, and Dwhatever sadly playing on 1.6. Clearly, this was a patched trick. I don't know why Dwhatever clicked that update button. Such a clear rookie mistake. You never, ever, ever click update now. Did have to restart his system, and now just can't do the essential skip of the game.
She's taking care of Dark World completely while Dwhatever is still downstairs.
Oh, this is so rough. Dwhatever. Oh my goodness, what is going on?
I have no idea I'm speechless at this point.
Oh my gosh, are we playing Shindu or something? Because I've never seen this before.
Dwhatever.
Oh no!
No!
Oh, Mulligan.
Weird glitch.
Oh my gosh.
This is so... And he'll get it. That was an interesting series there, getting the glitch 3 times, rotating around, and finally making his way into Dark World. A little bit of a weird camera angle.
Oh, he tried to go for the Tsukushima move and doesn't even die for it. Oh my god, Dwhatever. Like, he's having all of this weird stuff happen to him, and he's getting killed out and being punished for it. This is so insane. Dwhatever is so good at this game. Literally anyone who makes these mistakes is gonna die, except for D, who just like shrugs it off and just keeps going.
And as we were going off about Dwhatever, Cheese attempting to go for cannonless, that quicker way, trying to just go straight for the star, not able to get it, will take the backup and then go for that stock folder setup for the cannonless.
Cheese, I think we're gonna see Cheese get a little brave here. I know that I don't think he even goes for Tama in 70 star anymore, at least for the time being. Maybe it's just because of race season, but I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for a couple harder strats here. Oh my God, Dwhatever.
Completely overthrowing. Fortunately, this Bowser fight, it doesn't take too much time, but struggling to re-grab him. And just throwing him off the ledge! Not even looking at the mine!
There's nothing more heartbreaking than seeing Dwhatever miss a Bowser throw, looking over chat and seeing someone say, "Yes, Bowser dance, we're back in," and I'm like,
No. And Dwhatever finally getting the key from Dark World as Cheese has an extremely sizable lead, making his way into SSL. We'll see if he goes for Tama Plus. Maybe he'll take it a bonk.
Indeed, this lead is
very strange fifth race from both these guys after seeing the first four.
It is a sizable lead. It can very much be sized. Cheese goes for Tama. Oh no!
But takes the death.
Oh, so Cheese was so used to not doing Tama that he did the third triple jump, and it was like a muscle memory thing, and wound up to put or not triple jump, but the third ground pound, and so wound up doing the third ground pound right over the edge because you only do 2 with Tama. Or rather, sorry, did the second ground pound, and you're supposed to do only 1. Very good backup from Cheese.
Trying to give the people what they want with this lead. Taking a death, but not really taking too much time off the lead. Getting that Tama Plus on the second go around.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
She's missing.
Once again.
Missing the Shy Guy.
This is a common theme here in this set. Friendly neighborhood Ouija chiming in that the reason Cheese did the second ground pound was that apparently his angle was too bad for the 1, but it was also too good for the second one, so wound up getting like the no man's land between and dying. Good attempt from Cheese to avert the death, but sadly there's nothing you can do.
She's backing up that Talon and sliding down. Weird mistakes in this fifth round. Just taking a weird slide, not something that you typically see. There's so much spaghetti. 2 of us in the commentators booth have plenty of spaghetti for everyone. If you'd like to join us, we are stuffed.
Speaking of which, I do want to echo the sentiment in chat that there have been entire famines that could have been ended by the amount of spaghetti here in this race. But
She's getting a weird. Oh, taking a burn there. Getting a weird jump.
Oh my God.
Another burn.
Burn spaghetti. And she's finally picking up his first star here and land.
Dwhatever starting to make up a little bit of time here.
Just a little bit.
A little bit. 3 stars behind versus the what he had previously. Dwhatever going for talent here. Shy Guy in a really good position. Cheese making his way into the volcano. Going for
lava boost.
The optional
God
lava
gamer.
boost.
Oh my God.
Wow! Amazing jump off that pole island, not grabbing the pole. Optimal movement from Cheese there, just really nice.
A tribute to our top 16 runners in chat.
Just incredible.
That was gorgeous. I don't actually see any real circumstances in which Cheese does that in his regular running life, so wholly doubly impressive.
Interesting seeing some really good movement, some really nice strats here in this 5th round, this 5th race, in comparison to these other 4 races that we've seen. She's probably knowing that he's got this lead, so he can go for these harder strats, make the attempts, showing off to the fans.
Alright, Cheese activates his anti-bully ranger mode. And with the sword, he cuts anyone who dares bully people with lava around. Oh goodness.
Backing up
resetting
there.
up.
And he'll take a burn again. Both these guys having so much difficulty with that triple jump.
It is a very, very difficult trick to set up. Because you have to kind of commit to it after a certain point, right? That's what Dwhatever was doing. He kept hesitating.
She's getting that triple box jump. Grabbing the star there at the bottom.
You know, when all's said and done, triple box jump has been real clean this game. It might be the only thing that has. That and Owless. Even Toad having a little bit of a hiccup here.
Dwhatever going for pro strat lava boost. Also with the pole glitch. Just absolutely incredible lava boosts that we haven't seen the entire match.
Dwhatever does the pro boost, but does a slightly slower pole clip, does the wall kick strat. So losing a little time to Cheese, but doing his best to save as much time as he can. Not really a huge deal. But Cheese is holding on to a hefty lead here. Looks to be an 11. Looks to be a mid 11 HMC. So very, very strong.
Interesting, really interesting start. Really kind of tragic start to this 5th race, but both these runners giving us a taste of just what they can do in extraordinary circumstances.
The one thing I really need to see here is a Trollder. I badly want a Trollder. I'm sorry, D. Like, your sacrifice will not be in vain, but I want to see one Troll. For those who may not know, the rolling rocks in HMC have a little bit of RNG, and if you get the worst RNG, you can have to lose a hefty second or two avoiding the bop.
Possibly even I've seen a death get taken.
Oh no!
And she's getting clipped all the way through that door, not doing flip how you need to.
Yeah, she's clipping a little too aggressively.
You need to clip through the door, but not all the way through. You need to get in the middle of that door so that you can turn back around and grab Mips so that you can do that second flip to Dire Docks, and Cheese gets that on the second go, able to get that first clip through the door to Triple D.
Commentator gonna take some notes from chat and vary up his commentary style. Cheese making some very optimized swimming strokes, just going here through Dire Docks, and looks like he'll probably be going for front right sub, and we're gonna see if he makes it. Dwhatever meanwhile going for the rolling rocks, very good RNG on his boulders. Cheese gets front right sub.
Just very clean, very nice.
Very clean, very clean.
Just
claps.
Golf claps in chat, please. That'd be great. Thank you.
Golf claps, yeah.
I'd like to hear the grass grow. No, that's too loud.
Commentator going to apologize. Unfortunately, the Blue Yeti does have quite a great pickup radius. And Cheese gets a clean pole clip, but
what is he doing?
No!
No way!
He did not do that!
Oh my gosh!
And he's still gonna miss the cycle!
I can't believe he just did that! Oh my, we're gonna have to ask him about that after the race, but again, she's giving the viewers what they want. Just an absolute exhibition. no longer taking this as a playoff race, but instead a glitch exhibition. Speaking of exhibitions, Pace, 7 days.
For those of you who may not know, PACE is our first ever event dedicated entirely to competitive speedrunning. That is right, the race categories.
Bunch of races going on. Celeste finals, Super Mario Odyssey finals, Super Mario 64 70-star finals. You'll have a couple of exhibitions, Pokemon Let's Go, Pikachu, a little bit of Zelda. We've got, to correct myself, I have stated this incorrectly a couple times already, a Super Mario Sunshine race between Luigi and JJ. We've got the big event of the 120-star race between Siglemic, Cheese, Punkate, and Dwhatever. Just a lot of stuff going on. Super Mario Galaxy as well. There's a race there. A little bit of something for everyone. If you're interested, take a look.
Oh,
Whoever missed that poll clip. If you are in chat, though, type !pace, !merch, and you'll be able to see the full event schedule and check out the merch. GSA Pace having merged. As I'm saying this,
Dwhatever actually losing time on normal cycle. Meanwhile, Cheese just breezing through this run, just having zero issues whatsoever.
Dwhatever taking that burn again. It's taking 2 burns. Cannot get burned a 3rd time.
Opting for the platform movement instead of picking up the heart.
And Cheese making his way through bits very nicely, not having too many problems. We'll see if he goes for that right side again or if he opts for the left side. He will go for that right side. And he gets it. Dwhatever completely missing that throw.
Dwhatever and Bowser throws today are. Oh no! Chill. Okay. 2 health Bowser throws, nothing abnormal to either of these players. And
what's he doing? He did this exact same thing in Dark World. Oh, he falls off the stage, completely taken to death.
I think Dwhatever is in memer mode right now. I highly feel for him because it's also that's like a really awkward situation to be in. The angle is kind of weird. You're like 3 minutes behind.
My voice can't get any higher. I'm gonna calm down as Cheese finishes up. We'll take the 5th race. We'll take the first match, and Dwhatever just memeing around, I guess. Not really sure what he's doing. But GG's to both racers. Just absolutely interesting races from especially this final race. We'll see if we can get both these guys into the commentators booth for interviews. Got a lot of questions for them, especially with this 5th race. Not really sure where to start.
Bowser stepping slowly toward. Oh, and we are joined by both players. Hey guys. Cheese, congratulations on the win, Cheese.
Thank you. So let's start off by talking about that 5th race. Cheese, you showed off a bunch of really nice stuff. Going for that weird BLJ in Fire Sea. What was your decision to do some of these harder strats?
Well, yes, I was watching the race and I saw that D was really, really far behind and had the most unfortunate LBLJ situation. And yeah, I just took advantage of trying to get it. I was actually kind of confident because I remember there was one day I practiced at BLJ for fun, and I actually kind of understand it BLJ decently well, so I know how long to wait and stuff. And it did work, not perfectly, but then I kind of messed up everything afterward. But I just went for some fun stuff, yeah, you know, to make the crowd happy.
Yeah.
And this is also the first set out of best of 3 sets, so it's not over yet, of course.
Certainly, and Dwhatever. Obviously, let's that 5th race having so much difficulty with that. LBLJ, what was going through your head while that was going on?
Not again. It happens a lot. I don't know. I'm not good at mashing. So
Yeah,
Yeah, that was.
I think I'm really bad at mashing too. But this is hard. 16-star categories, it's because you never know what's gonna happen, and anything can happen in LBLJ, right? So like,
Yeah.
This happens.
One last question, Cheese. Just run us through in game 5. You went for Tama there. Run us through what happened there. We saw that second ground pound.
Right. I did that on purpose because I was thinking that because I knew I knew what happened was I knew I ground pound. How do I explain this? Jesus. Okay.
The angle.
Yeah, I had a bad angle and I ground pounded very early, which meant that would not have actually worked. I ground pounded way too early, so the bomb would have exploded. I would not have been able to got the double jump to the pyramid. So I purposefully did a very quick ground pound to see if I had enough time to then jump afterward to make it up, but I didn't.
Yeah,
it
it
was
seemed
like
like.
quick backup, but it didn't work.
Yeah, it seemed like you hit that perfect no man's land between like the viable angle and the fast.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask both you guys. Both of you have made it into the 70-star playoffs. What did you guys kind of do to prepare for these 16-star playoffs, if anything? And then also preparing for the 120-star race that you both have against Siglemic and Punke.
I haven't spent any time on well, I've practiced a little bit of 16 yesterday, but other than that, that's it. I couldn't find the time. I think 70 stars more important at the moment. I don't know.
Yeah, same. I did 16-star practice quite a bit today for about an hour. I practiced the essentials, and I didn't mess up Fire C once. At least I didn't mess up the pole glitch once in Fire C, and that's what I mostly practice. So the practice did pay off. My BLJs, I think, are way better than they used to be. SSL, LLL were my, it's like Pitiless right now is my kryptonite of Mario 64. Everyone knows that. This entire league has been very bad for me when it came to Pitiless. I've been having issues really bad. And then, of course, Bowser in the Sky. You can practice Bowser in the Sky until you die, and you would always have bad Bowser in the Skies at some point. It's so hard. It's so hard. But so it's something that'll always happen there. But I performed well otherwise. I got 2 low 16s. D had an insane run. That run you had, I think it was the 3rd or 4th race, was insane. Like going into after Fire C, you were like mid 15 pace or low 15 pace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just the ending, I guess.
Yeah. But oh well.
Well, Shan, do you have anything else? Any other questions you gotta ask?
No, I mean that was a fantastic set of games. Congrats to both of you guys for powering through those, and best of luck in the next set.
And is there anything else that you guys would like to say before?
I would like to say that you guys killed the commentary. I was listening, and
Thank you.
it was extremely entertaining and really, really good.
Thank you so much.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in. I am Shantastic, joined by Scotch and Tie Guy. This has been Cheese vs. Dwhatever. We've got Mario Kart Double Dash coming up for you guys right after a quick break. Stay tuned.